Hey everyone, it's the pre-roll spot before the show, so that means only one thing. It's time to talk patreon.com/Katya and Craig, where you can slide into the Thunderbuns of Hot Dog Club and unlock oceans of exclusive content. Full-length bonus episodes, listener questions episodes, and of course, Movie Club. In addition to the recent movie clubs like Drop Dead Gorgeous with Miss Trixie Mattel and Romeo and Michelle's high school reunion with Bright Light, Bright Light. Congratulations to Rod, by the way. He just finished opening up for Cher on a European tour. Miss Alaska Thunderfunds will be joining Movie Club for Don't Tell Mom the Babysitter's Dead. Willem will be joining for 2 movie clubs, titles to be announced shortly. And none other than the fabulous Peaches Christ will also be joining for not 1, but 2, that's right, 2 movie clubs as well. The first being Heathers, the second film to be announced later this week. And posting this week, a listener questions with Karen from Finance. And you're going to want to get your comments and questions in for Miss Fame and Sophie Anderson because both of them are taping listener questions episodes when I'm back in London for DragCon UK.
A Russian ballerina stomping on a bureaucrat, a perky suburban housewife who just got into scat. It's whimsically volatile.
How's your headphone level? Oh wait, hold on. Go.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, perfect.
Okay,
a little higher, Mom. Little higher.
You got it, Mom. Mom.
Hello. Yeah, that's great. That's
okay. Good.
You're a little high for me.
Oh well.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. The very nerve. We just had a lovely lunch at Joey's, part of our lovely lunch series.
Yes, the lovely lunch series starring you and me.
That's right. Guest appearance by Drew when he's available.
And featuring, introducing my new fat body.
Oh, that's right. Your new voluptuous figure.
Craig, I have one thing to say to you.
What is that?
It's time for a big girl to win.
Yeah, because you know what? You were robbed.
I was robbed. I was robbed. I was run ragged.
You were.
I was rinsed out like a rag.
And that's because you were having such a bad time with RuPaul.
The fact that you would say something so glib and flippant, it doesn't shock me. Because for you to just gloss over the horror that I experienced at the hands of one RuPaul Andre Charles and just say it was a bad time.
Oh, okay.
That is so flagrantly dishonest and ruthless and reckless because
I was hoping dismissive would be in there.
Dismissive as well. That man ruined my life.
Yeah. Well, let's
had
get
a
into
great
it.
life.
Yeah. Let's get into it because, there's been some headlines.
I've never experienced this before.
Yeah.
I was in the tabloids.
Oh my good God.
But you know what though? I wish I was Meg Ryan. I wish I was Jennifer Lopez. I wish I was Angelina Jolie or Julie Roberts or Cameron Diaz because those women have to go to Gelson's and then when they check out, they see it all in full glorious display.
That's
right by the checkout counter.
In Technicolor. Yes.
Right by the Hershey's Kisses and the Altoids.
All the impulse buys.
And so Vlada, who you know,
certainly,
she texted me something like, "You're all over my feed with this Never Meet Your Heroes thing," and I was like, what are you talking about? And I was like, what the hell? And then she sent me the screenshot of one article. And then I was like, what? And then she sent me a screenshot of the 3 in a row.
Oh, yeah.
There's 3 in a row.
Yeah.
And I won't even dare to say their names.
No, no, they don't.
Cosmopolitan.
Ladies Home Journal.
Yeah.
Women's Wear Daily.
Town and Country. Hounds or Guns and Ammo.
I know Hounds didn't print anything on
Oh my
the
God. Imagine if Cigar Aficionado had come out. I would be like, all right, let's hang it up. I've had it. That's it. I'm good. I've reached the apex of my career.
Can't get any better than that. Nope. Keep your Academy Award. Thank you.
Tony. Who's she? Yeah. So it was so ridiculous because there's so much going on in the world.
Sure.
Gay and otherwise.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
That there's a gay person running for president. Who running for the Democratic nomination for president? Go for him. Go up his ass. He has a husband named Chasen.
Oh well, that alone.
Chasen Buttigieg. Mama, and you're coming for me? I got 5 letters in my name. Katya.
It's hard for them to spell that. That's why they're not.
Zamolodchikova is easier.
Well, I think they just dropped
they just
the last
Katya.
name, didn't they?
They sure did. They said Drag Race favorite or Drag Race whatever. Katya. Shades RuPaul. She says her experience was worse than Pearl's.
Yes. I watched that interview you did with what's the gentleman's name? Joseph.
Joseph Shepard. Nothing of the sort. I said. Joseph asked me about the RuPaul. Asked me about RuPaul and about Pearl in particular. With RuPaul.
Yeah.
And I think I said like, I think I reminded of what Pearl said. Don't meet your heroes, because I went on to make a larger point, which is that when you have expectations, they lead to resentments.
Sure. And
that's the nature of expectations in general, writ large.
That's true. Very true. Yeah.
And it's one of the most, when I heard that expectations are premeditated resentments, it comes from 12 steps. It blew my mind.
Sure.
I mean, it's incredible. Blew my mind.
Yeah.
And it's pertinent to a Drag Race contestant's experience on the show.
And so many other things too.
Of course, anything, jobs, romance, whatever, marriage. Like it's so, you have so many especially now when the show's aired for so long, you have so many expectations about how you're going to perform, what it's going to be like, and then what it's going to be like afterwards,
sure.
blah, blah,
also,
blah, blah.
how you're going to feel.
And also what's RuPaul going to be like.
Yeah.
That's the big one.
Yeah. And how are you going to feel when RuPaul is this way or that way? That's the other thing.
Well, get this, though. This is funny because back in, I don't think I've ever talked about this, season 22. Season 7.
Yeah.
One of the best, and I remember this like it was yesterday. One of the best moments of my entire life was at the season 7 finale taping when Joelle, who is Ru's assistant, longtime assistant, over 20 years, came up to me and said, RuPaul loves your web series.
Yeah.
She's been watching my, I did one thing called Rugrets.
Oh, right.
And
right.
Ruflections.
Yes.
So I did two web series that ran along with the airing of season 7.
Sure.
And there was one which was a Rucap show, which was Rugrets. And I had a gag in it, a running gag that I said, and you're never gonna believe this. They didn't show this, but RuPaul whispered in my ear, "You're gonna fucking," whatever. Like
I remember this. Yeah.
And Joelle said and especially when you mention when Ru whispers in your ear these horrible things.
Yeah.
She said Ru cackles. She loves it.
Thought it was the funniest thing. Yeah.
And she says Ru loves you. And
That's lovely.
I almost nutted. And she said, "Can you come on the podcast tomorrow?" And then we were fucking going to Australia to get detained.
Oh my God.
I wanted to change my flight.
Yeah.
And I told Joelle, I was like, I want to do that podcast. I would burn down a kindergarten to do that podcast. And she told Ru that, and Ru never forgot that. And when I finally went to do Ru's podcast,
okay. I'm sorry, hold on. They're knocking. I got to tell them not to come.
Oh, I didn't hear that.
What's that?
I didn't hear that.
No, they knocked.
Oh, they knocked.
Hey, how's it going? Good, thanks. I'm so sorry. I can't now though because I'm recording now. I'm sorry.
We can
do it another time. Is that okay? Whenever's good for you guys. I'm sorry we misunderstood each other, but I just can't. I can't now because I got a guest. I'm recording.
Just go.
Awesome, man. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Thank you, man. Have a good day.
Turned away a fucky friend. I can't right now.
I can't. I'm sorry.
I know I'm wearing the negligee, but I just can't.
Yeah, well, I am.
What was that? Really?
Well, I can't get into that on the show.
Okay,
no. That was one of the handymen, maintenance men. Yeah, I think maintenance men is a better thing to say. That I feel like handyman is some kind of.
It's like stewardess.
Yeah, exactly. It's inappropriate in this woke age to use anymore. So anyway, back to when you were going to burn down the kindergarten, which is the next headline to be featured. Yeah,
Katya burns down a kindergarten to kill RuPaul. No, so when I went and so when we were setting it up, we finally it was like a year later, I think.
Oh, wow.
It was a long time later.
It was.
To get on the podcast when I talked to Joelle.
Because you had that beef that you had to figure out.
Well, a beef, again, that you would choose to minimize the horror.
Well, listen.
By saying it was a beef. It was a whole restaurant.
Right.
How dare you? It was a cattle ranch. Yeah,
look, I'm trying to provoke you. Yeah. I'm trying to get the truth out of you again.
So she, and then she remembered that I was like, and Joelle was like, "You're going to burn down the kindergarten?" And so anyways, I just love Joelle, who nobody knows who that is. It's fine, but she's just the most wonderful person.
Well, she might be listening.
And she has, oh my God, she's got a son. The most I don't like kids.
Right.
I think kids are gross and rotten.
Mm-hmm. I'm not the biggest fan either.
Keep it. Just get it away from me. This kid is this beautiful kid named Connor who's it's just like an angel. Anyways, it's so funny. Like those people at the gay online rags are either dumb, or conniving.
Sure.
I'd take conniving.
Listen, I take conniving
I love
as well.
conniving.
Because, dumb is giving them a pass, really.
Yeah, and it's like I like the whole like it's a slow news day. We don't have anything. Who else is gay? Oh, okay, that one. Let's talk about her. And the thing
let's
is,
find a way to bash them.
Let's find a way
and fuck up their life, maybe.
Yeah. Well, the only thing in the interview that I think could have been taken out of, actually legitimately misconstrued, was that I began to tell a joke. It deadpan.
Oh yeah.
So I began to say, actually, I said,
my experience was worse
than
right?
Pearl's, but I have enough couth to talk about it. It was clear. If you know who I am, you know that's clearly starting a joke.
Of course.
Because then I don't elaborate, and also he doesn't press me on it.
Right.
So what's the? You know what I mean?
Yeah. If you were serious, that'd be a whole
They'd be
different thing.
Wait, what? You have Pearl?
Because you're finally revealing it on this show.
Yeah.
That you had not just a beef, but a whole restaurant full
a show
of problems.
called Exposed. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So obviously, if I had something, if I really had some tea to tell, it would have been told.
Yes. Or maybe on the many, many hours of this show.
Oh, yeah.
Something
I can't imagine where I'm famously don't edit myself in any way, shape, or form, to the detriment of my career. Come on, get a grip.
Yeah, we only had a couple hundred hours.
I can keep secrets
with a microphone in your hand?
with an average of an hour and a half an episode. Give me a fucking break.
On the shorter side, yeah.
Yeah, what in the fucking hell? If anything, I'd start fabricating things to say, ran out of stuff. Let's just bash somebody. Who cares? Woo! God.
Well, the thing is, we never talk about Drag Race.
No, that's right. Yes, we're busy talking about Chinese aphrodisiac cooking.
That's right.
Oh my God, Tang Dynasty. Okay, so where were we?
We were talking about, and the connivers.
They love to fucking bash Ru.
Yeah.
They love to take Ru down. And this is not the mainstream press, of course. They love RuPaul. They love RuPaul because RuPaul is a glamazon. She's interesting. She's fascinating. She's the ultimate American dream.
Absolutely.
Literally ultimate American dream for a liberal American dream. And super capitalist. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
There's she should literally be the president because it's she embodies so many things that maybe you don't agree with them, because she's certainly she's a pillar of capitalism, of freedom, of your bootstraps and all that.
All that shit.
Fishnets and all that, whatever,
Pull yourself up by your fishnets. That's right. Yeah.
Pull yourself up by your G-string.
Oh,
yeah.
That's right. Yeah. See, the Republicans have it all wrong.
Yeah.
Because they actually don't do that. That's the thing.
Hello. Do you think that Ru inherited anything? Just some fucking just enough to get into therapy. Do you know what I mean?
Sure.
She's total. Anyways, blah blah blah. So regardless of her politics, regardless of whatever, it's so funny. I don't get it. I
don't either. I find it disgusting too because Ru has done so much.
Yeah.
For the culture and.
She's not. Here's the thing, and we don't. It's not really worth getting into the nitty gritty of what because absolutely
now
she
now
said.
I'm offended.
Well,
now I'm deeply wounded. Yeah.
She
and
said.
You're gonna pay.
No, you're gonna pay.
No,
I'm gonna pay you back, and you're gonna borrow it.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. I think we should do an installment agreement, perhaps through Klarna.
I gotta go. How dare you? How very dare you?
Tell you what.
What?
We'll get back to that in a sec. There's a Klarna store in London. I found out.
It's a European thing, yeah.
I didn't know it was an actual store. Someone messaged me about this.
My good friend in Spain has her friend works for Klarna in Spain.
Okay. Well, we've spoken enough about those.
Yeah, I think we said it 3 times. I think I just went into debt.
Yeah. Well, based on how things have gone before, I think we're going to get 30 cents. Yeah.
It's like Candyman. Say it 5 times and then your bank account balance vanishes.
But let's get back to the real monster of the thing in your estimation.
RuPaul. Yeah, RuPaul. Candyman who? She is. It's so funny because yes, of course she said things that are not. She's drummed up controversy. Absolutely.
A lot of things that maybe are not in line with the current ethos.
Yeah.
Things that could be considered
inappropriate.
Something from an older generation that's not keeping up with the times.
Yeah. She's not a perfect intersectional feminist icon. You know what I mean? The most common criticisms that are lobbed against her are that she is a hypocrite because of the everybody say love thing, and then they want to paint her as a monster. Because anybody who does that, anybody who has a career built on or positivity, they want to get torn down, of course. I say tear them down because because I know so many in the yoga world, in the yoga world, every fucking guru has been got.
Oh. Yeah.
And with good reason, because they're charlatans.
Sure.
But here's the thing. RuPaul isn't selling anything.
And it certainly isn't purporting to be some kind of messiah.
She's not selling love. She's saying love.
Yeah, right.
She's not selling love.
Right.
You don't go to the store and buy love from RuPaul. You go and buy a wig.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
You buy some heels.
You buy the latest season or all the seasons.
you buy the latest season.
You buy tickets to Work the World.
Yeah, and that's not even RuPaul. That's the
right.
girls. That's her
Sure.
family or whatever. You don't buy love from RuPaul and say, this love stinks. You don't do that. You buy those lashes, or you buy that chocolate bar, or you buy that $40 chocolate bar, whatever. And anyway, and then the thing about her is like, that she's hypocrite, or then that
fake,
she's fake, and the fake, or that
yeah.
she's a broken record. It's like, well, if you keep your message intact it's like politicians. Well, you've been yapping about that since the 60s. Yeah, because I have integrity.
It's also known as keeping on message, which is what you're supposed to do when you're selling product,
I'm
which
not
is a show.
flip-flopping from issue to issue, or whatever.
Right. And also, it's not the only thing she says.
No.
It's not like 3 slogans that are constantly popping out of her mouth. Yeah, sometimes people can have legitimate beefs.
Yeah.
Like yours.
Is it beeves or beefs?
Beeves. Legitimate beeves. Legitimate beeves. Did I say beeves? I'll say
I think you
beeves
said
from now on.
beeves. I think it's beeves.
I think you're right.
You're not going to say knives.
No, you're going to say knives. Right, exactly.
All the beeves. All my beeves.
All my beeves. But if people were to have a beef or beeves with some of the things that Ru said, cool, fine.
Yeah, great,
the wholesale
wonderful.
trashing of the person, because also they're from an older generation, like all people from older generations. Sometimes they have a little bit of a hard time adapting to the modern way of thinking.
Yeah.
Especially when you're a pioneer in something.
Yeah.
You have sometimes this hard shell about what is and what is not.
And also, there's been a lot of Twitter talk about hubbub and hullabaloo about the inclusion of trans girls on the show, and a lot of times her I think her response, or she doesn't really respond a lot, but sometimes her response can be a bit indelicate in a way.
Sure, yeah.
And not very just sometimes not the right thing to say. Also, somebody came for her. I want to say came for her because called her out at the Emmys. You know how they win the award and then they go off to do the press?
Yes.
In the press room?
Yeah.
A journalist asked, so a journalist kind of looked at the crowd of people on stage with her, which was a group of folks most of whom were white, most of whom were men.
Okay.
White gay men. And there was one producer, Michelle Mills, who's Latina, and there was maybe another person of color, I'm not really sure. And then, of course, the reporter called her. So I'm wondering, basically, what's up with the diversity in your cast in production?
Okay,
because and Ru did not handle it very well. It did not have an answer. Did not have and she so she kind of fumbled from a PR standpoint.
Sure.
It was fumbled. Like nobody's perfect, and
also
it was a call out. It wasn't there's not really like a super
perfect way
to answer it, because you look around, you're like, oh shit, everybody's white here.
Yeah.
Not everybody was white, by the way, but again, so anyways, long story short, it's not perfect. And but people love to tear her down, and
also hold her to a standard that is beyond reasonable.
Yeah. And also, these are veterans. They're all forever. I'm not Mish, but the people in the higher up, Randy, Fenton, Tom, they're all Theron. They're all there over 20 years together. They're the OG crew, of gay men, and it's all gay. It's all queer. It's okay, I'm sorry that there's not
everything's not
a perfect pie.
Right. But what is? And also, what
is?
about the net positive of these things? People love to avoid looking at the net positive of what happened. The cast. Also, what does the show represent? Did the show just win an award? Did it win more than one award?
And it's just been happening for the past couple years. Not even in the honeymoon phase of celebration. We're still on the precipice, you know?
Yeah.
And it's not like an old institution that's been needs a shakeup. It's Mary, we're still making waves here,
Right.
Anyways, and the journalists kind of, they were kind of gloating on Twitter about it.
Oh, sure.
And listen, she has a point. Absolutely. And that's her thing, whatever. And people love to slam right down on it. And, the memes of them, RuPaul looking around at all the white people thinking, whoops, or whatever, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
But I just don't get it. I was every time something like that had happened, I'm she's not the enemy. When there is clearly an enemy out. I mean, not not like an apparently, have it like Obama where you're like, oh my God, perfect person. And then you realize like, oh shit, he did a lot of crazy shit. We have Trump. He's a clear and present danger.
Yes.
And then all the people around him, there's like
his whole cabal.
There are like literally villains with swords and knives and like bloody teeth.
Yeah.
And then you're going after RuPaul. What the fuck is wrong with you? It doesn't mean to say that those criticisms aren't valid. It doesn't mean to say that they're unfounded. It's just that
there's a fever, there's a hunger to try to bash and rip
RuPaul
down.
RuPaul's canceled because she doesn't have whatever.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry about it. I love her, and so it's so funny when all those little things came out. Katya shades RuPaul. It's like what? Where? When? I didn't do anything like that. If anything, I was saying my experience was so bad on the show only because I was insane. And I clearly said all of that in the interview that I was a year sober. I was I was so unwilling and unable to be critiqued in any reasonable way, and certainly like shaded by the contestants. I wasn't ready to be with bitches because I hadn't, people in Boston, we got along with everybody. Anyways.
And you were in a kind of a fragile state, and also you were dealing with some anxiety at the time.
And I was 12 months pregnant.
God, I know a lot of people don't know that, so that's another thing we're revealing on the show, in addition to the beeves.
I aborted that baby.
At the 13th month, I believe.
At the 13th month.
Yeah.
You want to talk about late-term abortion?
Yeah, after-birth abortion. What did they call it?
It was infanticide.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, I was strangled it with my bare hands.
Sure.
I don't need no doctor.
No, but you take care of things yourself.
Yes, I pulled myself up. I strangled that baby with my bootstraps.
That's right. That's right. And then you rinsed your face. You got your fishnets on.
Yeah, and I went and started a corporation.
That's right.
You want to check me, boo?
You got something to say now?
Yeah. Oh, Karen Pence. So, so I was just I felt for like a good 18 minutes, I felt truly victimized by the press.
Oh, yeah. So what did you do when that happened? Did you have the urge to...
I prayed.
Of course. That's right. That's what you've been doing a lot lately. Yeah, that's why you haven't been present in the last month and a half, really.
No, because we have my knee pads on.
Well, that's right. I know what Lord you're praying to.
Last call for dicks and balls. Hold on.
Oh, hold the phone?
I have 14 thoughts in my head.
Okay, let's get to like 7 of them at the same time. We'll do it in stereo. I'm gonna 7 on one side, 7 on the other.
Yeah. I want to talk to you about a large blue dick and some balls.
What is going on with this? I've seen something on Twitter that you posted.
Jean Smart.
Okay, Jean Smart.
Incredible actress.
Yeah.
She was in Designing Women.
That's right.
Charlene, I believe. And I didn't realize who it was when I watched The Watchmen on HBO. About 3 episodes so far. Electrifying, dazzling, stunning, incredible, and wonderful.
You'll be shocked.
Gripping,
no, I have not seen
thrilling.
It. Yeah.
In dazzling. I said that before. I'll say it again. And so long story short, she used to fuck Dr. Manhattan, who is in this world the only actual superhero.
Oh, okay.
Big and blue, larger than life.
Yeah.
Chunky yet funky, living out loud like Holly Hunter. Okay, and he and Silk Spectre, who back in the day used to hump on each other. Oh yes, they did. They fell in love. Yes, they did.
Well, now,
and come to find out, well, it's a spoiler, so I'm not going to say. I'm just going to leave it at that.
Well, listen, spoiler alert.
Let's just say there's a big blue dildo.
I see.
That I'm assuming simulates the length and girth of Mr. Manhattan's wiener dog.
Now, when you say it's a dildo, so it's used as a prosthetic on a person in the sex act, or is it just sitting out there in plain view? What's the deal?
A suitcase, honey.
Oh.
And she's got attachable balls. Oh. And you think this suitcase at the beginning, spoiler, sorry, whatever, who cares?
But listen, we gave a warning.
Yeah, fuck off. Anyways, spoilers, go fuck yourself. Go fuck yourself. Go fuck yourself. If you haven't watched the episode by now, go fuck yourself. If you're really upset by it, then you should have been, and you're that into the show, mama, you should have watched the episode by now. Eat shit and die. Go fuck yourself. Do you know what I mean?
Listen,
do you know what I mean?
No, I do. When I get behind an episode on Drag Race, I'm like, well, I'm going to find out anyway.
You're going to find out, or else you're going to go, Obama bin... I just said Obama bin Laden. You're going to go Osama bin Laden under a cave.
Yeah.
And then avoid everything.
Yeah, you got to go offline.
Then why don't you just take your TV in that cave and watch the episode, come back and rejoin humanity and talk about it? Ugh.
That's what I like to do.
Goodbye.
Yeah.
So
I just draw the curtains, turn on the pink and purple lights.
Yeah, you let it rip. I don't know.
That's right. I let it rip.
Let it rip.
Yeah.
New York Knicks.
Yeah, that's right. Watching sports games all day in my pad.
You don't say, like, there's no spoilers on the World Series. Do you know what I mean? Don't tell me who one I haven't watched it yet.
Oh my God, I have it taped.
Off. Fuck off. You're going to hear about it because there's going to be a car on fire outside. Oh, God. Anyway, so the Big blue dildo gagged me. That's all. End of that story.
Well, it sounds like that's what it does.
Gene Smart is so fantastic in this show.
Yeah.
We got Don Johnson in there, by the way.
Okay, now I'm going to watch the
Johnson,
show.
episode
Don
1.
Johnson, I'm a huge fan. Don Johnson.
Fantastic.
He's a wonderful actor, Don Johnson.
Wonderful actor.
I think it's his singing ability that maybe give you some trouble.
How dare you mention that?
Oh, did you need a refresher?
DJ BS? No,
Yeah.
I will throw this microphone.
Sadly, I didn't order the new Thanksgiving flavors for you because I was going to do that today.
Speaking of crocs of shit. Speaking of full flavored crocs.
Full swollen.
Of human shit.
That's actually not on the menu for this month, but January probably.
I hate that.
Yeah.
I love ice cream with all my heart. I love gelato. But
you're multicultural.
I will not. Yes, we see. Viva Italiano. We're from Italy.
Well, yeah.
You're getting ahead of myself.
This is one of my beefs with you.
I think that is so funny, beeves.
I think beeves are pretty funny. If you can laugh at the beeves that you have with people.
Yeah, autumn leaves.
Autumn leaves.
Yeah.
Summer beeves.
Summer beeves. Autumn leaves and winter beeves.
Oh, it's winter beeves.
It's winter
now.
beeves, yeah, because you got time to stew.
Stew and marinate in the beeves.
You are not playing that song. I will kill you.
I'm not.
Okay.
And I promise. I just wanted to get the title of this ice cream flavor up for
Okay,
you.
what is it?
Salted caramel Thanksgiving turkey.
You sent me that text and I almost threw my phone into a river. Actually, that text came in handy.
Did it?
Because literally 2 hours later, I went to Jenny's Ice Cream in Silver Lake, and my friend was like, "Oh God, have you ever heard of Salt and Straw?" And I pulled up the phone immediately and showed him that picture, and he was like, "Yep." He's like, "I will not entertain chaos, madness, confusion, or drama."
Oh yeah,
in my ice cream.
Whereas I embrace it.
I say no. I want my chocolate. I want my chocolate chip. I want my strawberry.
Fudge swirl though, no
strawberry.
way. Strawberry. You don't want? Well, I think Salt and Straw has a lovely strawberry beeves.
Strawberry beeves. No spoilers.
That's what it's called.
Yeah, strawberry beeves. No spoilers. Enjoy anytime.
Oh, we both had Halloween.
We did have Halloween. Did you dress up?
Oh, no, I sure did not. I didn't have a chance to get a costume together. I wanted to, especially when I went to a Halloween party. What we did was we said, well, first off, I said to my friend Chelsea, I said, anyone I don't know there, they'll think I'm wearing something anyway.
Oh, sure. I'm a groovy dude.
Yeah, right, exactly.
Yeah, I'm a groovy man.
The Fest Drunk Brothers, Dan Aykroyd and Steve Martin, the Wild and Crazy Guys routine.
Okay,
right?
sure.
I just slapped that hat I have on over there.
Oh, yeah, wear a funky hat.
Well, look over there. That's that Stetson. Do you see it on the edge of the couch? The thing that's not a pillow on the couch?
That stripe thing? When you said Stetson, I thought a cowboy hat.
That's the thing. They make more than that. I didn't know until I was in Iceland.
Blowing my mind.
Found that. See? That's what I like to do. Are we over our beef?
No, because I'm about to bring another thing up.
Okay.
Stetson is the name of my childhood best friend who was murdered.
Was that his first name?
Last name.
And I shouldn't assume he, actually.
But you assume right.
So I'm in the clear on that one.
Yeah, so beef squashed.
So you're just pissed at me now. You're not furious.
Beef squashed.
Beef squashed. Okay.
Local squash with beeves.
So I went
beef stew with local squash. No spoilers.
That's their vegan.
Why is that funny to you? Why is my illness funny to you?
Well, I mean, come on. Your illness brings me hours of joy.
Oh, hi. This is Brooklyn Heights, the Queen of the North. I am a big fan of the show, and I was just sitting here, and something just popped into my head, and I just didn't know, so I thought I would ask, are you gay? Because I can't really tell, and I can usually tell, but I can't tell with you. So, yeah, let me know. Bye.
So you dressed like Lady Bunny for Halloween?
Dressed like Lady Bunny was good.
Yeah,
I found a tree with a prolapsed anus on it. That was cool.
Oh, that's right. I remember seeing that in your Insta story. It was a touching moment. Mm-hmm. And then you met up with Dixie Carter. You got the new show planned together, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And it's called Huh. It's not
Right. It's called Huh with Dixie and Katya, and it's going to be on Riceland.
Oh, fabulous.
Oh my God. Can I tell you my favorite Lady Bunny joke?
Please. You can't.
You can't air this.
See, well, okay, but go ahead, tell me because
I want to tell you. I want to tell you the joke, but I want you to cut it out. But I want the listener to know that I told you.
Okay.
I want you to keep this part in.
Oh, this part's can't stay in.
I really, listeners at home, listen. This joke is horrible. It's the worst joke I've ever heard in my life, but it's a great joke.
So I'm going to hear it.
So Craig's going to hear it, and you're not going to hear it because we're older.
We can deal with this.
We're from a generation. We're baby boomers. So this is how it goes. So.
That's a good one. Yeah.
Last one.
Yeah.
Isn't that horrible? Okay, moving on.
But thank you. And so, listeners, I heard the joke, and
they were rotten.
Yeah, they were rotten. So we spared you the indignity.
Political correctness is ruining comedy. No, your shitty behavior and awful sense of humor is ruining comedy.
Yeah, that's the other problem.
Political correctness is not ruining comedy.
No, it hasn't. No, just people who are shitty comedians lean on that.
Yeah, you're shitty. Like that guy who got fired from SNL before he was hired.
That guy was a fucking monster.
He was awful.
He was horrendous.
Really bad.
I can't believe he got hired in the first place.
I know, so weird.
And of course he was going to get fired, and good for him getting fired.
Yeah, so wild. I listened to that horrible podcast.
I heard 1 minute of it, and I was like, "Oh, that's enough."
Oh yeah, it was bad, and it was really recent.
They tried to defend it by saying something like, "People, are trying out new humor." No, that's not new humor.
New humor. This is from the 20s.
This is not what people are calling woodshedding. You know what I mean?
It's like the Japanese internment camp humor.
Yeah, exactly.
It's terrible.
It's horrendous. Enjoy your Coca-Cola. I actually tried one of those today. That's why there wasn't a raspberry in the fridge. I had 2 sips of it, and I went, that's too sweet. I can't.
Sweet.
Carbonated as well. Can't deal with it.
Well, Craig, I have some terrible news.
You have some terrible news? What's that news? You want to share it with me?
Yes, I do.
Okay, please.
Listeners, it is with a heavy heart and a full stomach and
loose
giant
bowels.
balls. Shh.
Sorry, forgive me.
And a chafed elbow and half-shaved eyebrows that I relay some sad news. I never wanted to be the bearer of bad tidings, but here I am. I have no, just no. I'm taking my leave from this wonderful podcast. But don't despair. There's excellent news. The podcast continues. Stronger, better, healthier, and more vibrant than ever. Thanks to the incomparable effort, attention, and care doted upon by Mr. Craig McNeil and various world-famous guests of such incredible acclaim, such as Devin Green, Jake Shears, Marley Matlin, Pia Zadora, and George Wallace Jr. I'm... I think that's it.
That was beautiful.
Thank you.
I'm sad that you're going, but hey, you gotta do your thing.
Yes. It's time for me to die. But I die so that others may live, and not just survive, but thrive. As I lay wretched and rotten in the stinking earth, I want your giggles to resound throughout the forest, so that I may once be reborn in 100 years. Again, me, I. Thank you, and good night.
Well, that was quite beautiful.
What a rousing soundtrack.
Fabulous soundtrack. Yes. Isn't it amazing? We got an advance on that one.
Oh.
Yeah, which is great. Yeah, we just got that ported in from...
$15.
Yeah, listen, sometimes you got to pay for bootlegs. You know what I mean? Well, listen, I am sad that you're leaving the show, But I wanted to say that nothing I've ever done before in terms of partnership.
We're touching fingers.
Hands and
fingers,
just fingers. And mine were a little damp from the water glass.
Yes,
I know.
Clammy.
I had some caffeine. So what are you going to do about that? I'm so sorry. They were gross, and I was upset about the.
Wait! I was holding hands with two men the other day.
Yeah,
and then I was one on the left, and my friend was on the right, and the man in the middle said, "Oh, clammy and chapped." I was clammy, and the other guy was chapped.
Isn't it the worst when you get clammy hands, especially in a date situation?
I'm always clammy, mama.
Listen, it happens to me.
Always wet, never dry. Yeah.
Well, but back to the main point.
Yes.
Sad that you're leaving the show, but I have never enjoyed doing something with someone else in a creative way more than I have working with you. And one of the things I'll miss the most is like just sitting here with you making up shows out of thin air. Like we did with Thunderbuns, like we did with all of them, except the ones with guests, because they were here too.
Except it would have all been great if it wasn't for those pesky guests.
Goddamn guests. God damn it. If we could
it was risky business, but we both ended up in our underwear.
Yeah, that's right.
You know what I mean? Sliding through the kitchen.
Oh, that's all.
Where's the whore?
Hey, don't get uptight, man. What do you? Hey, yeah, yeah.
Rebecca de Hornay.
Because you've been back from tour for a little while, but you kind of wanted to wait and see how you felt, right?
Yeah. It's been a long, windy road. Windy road. Windy road.
The long and windy road.
Every day is a windy road.
As that breeze blows through your door.
Yeah, sorry.
Which reminds me, the original scratch lyrics for Yesterday, written by Paul McCartney, was "Scrambled eggs, how I love your lovely legs," or something like that. Yeah, that's what he wrote down to keep the rhythm intact.
Yeah. You're kidding.
No, seriously, scrambled eggs. Yeah.
How I want to eat them on my plate.
Basically, yeah.
My God.
Which, really are more impactful than the final words.
Damn.
Yeah. So you were sort of thinking for a while, and some people were like, "Where is Katya? Where is the album?
Where is the album?" Yeah. Well, it turns out it's up your ass, Francine.
But like we were talking about at lunch, it's that you don't want to anymore? You don't really want to.
I just share. I don't want to share. I don't want to query.
And between sharing
and querying, yeah. Also, this is probably not something that I should say. I mean,
terrific.
No. It's not inappropriate, but I think it just says more about. It just shines an unfavorable light on me. I'm like not interested in what other people are doing right now. Do you know what I mean?
Well,
no,
yeah.
honestly. And you're so good because you have
lovely.
you have a very vast ocean of knowledge.
Oh, thank you.
But then also you have a you have a very speedy and alert submarine for questioning.
Thank you. Well, thank you. I appreciate that.
You're cruising. I'm on a dinghy that's washed ashore, and I'm like, "Where's the beeves?" I'm like, "Who's that fascinating person?" I don't want to know about them.
I remember starting to think something was maybe turning.
Honestly, because you could tell me honestly, this is how I know it's time for me to stop the podcast. Because you could be like, "Dude, I have Sharon Stone tomorrow." I'd be like, "That's amazing. I have to take a nap."
Well, it kind of happened a few times,
yes,
right?
It did with Jessica Harper or the fucking Cock Destroyer girls. I'm like, I can't be arsed. I don't know why. I have to shampoo my bald head. Yeah, and it's no shit. And it's literally like, I probably should make up an excuse or like say I'm busy or something. But I mean, it's not just that. It's like I really just don't know. I get in a weird phase where I'm like, I just kind of don't want to be Diane Sawyer anymore.
Sure, yeah.
You're so good at it, though.
That's lovely.
Yeah,
Thank you.
You're so good at it. Which is why y'all motherfuckers better keep listening, or I'm gonna hunt you down and stuff your face full of beeves.
Yeah, cancel you one by one.
Oh, that's right.
That's right.
I'm gonna log into your account and cancel it.
That's right. And so yes, the show will continue.
Absolutely.
I love doing it. I love being able to talk to all these different people, and now being able to travel around and talk to people in different corners of the world. And
you better educate the children's.
That's what
you better do it.
You're going to come for me
Yes, I am.
and call me out if I don't.
Because I'm not going to listen to the episode, but I'm going to bash it. And then I'm going to write an article about it and then misquote it and then say,
Well, you did send me some lovely notes about some of the episodes, so I have to appreciate that. Say that.
Sophie Anderson, what a light.
A bright, shining, beautiful light, right?
In the ears.
Yeah,
How about
exactly.
that?
Light
a light
in
in
your
the ears.
Didn't know it could happen. Guess what?
Somebody said the other day, listening, the reading of the eyes. No, wait, no, reading, the listening of the eyes.
Oh, okay.
That's funny.
It is funny.
That's funny.
I like both.
But I heard that I heard her brightness in my ear holes. What did she say? What did she say?
She said spunk is the important thing, not dick size. That's...
No, she's like, yeah, you're right. Or like she says, what is it?
So true.
So true.
So true.
So true.
So
like,
true.
But she's like always, she's got that great yes and quality.
Oh, exactly.
Like say yes to life.
She's so positive.
Yeah.
Sitting as close to her as I'm closer, well, a little closer actually, than I'm sitting to you.
Well, because even if I were here, my breast would be on your lap. Yeah.
That's very true.
And
That's
we're 3 feet away. Yeah.
So
true.
That's true.
It.
Yeah,
That's
right.
it.
So
Yeah.
true. And guess what? I'm going to be doing a panel with Sophie at DragCon UK.
What about with
Rebecca Moore?
Yeah, I wonder what her vibrational frequency is.
I'm very interested in that too.
What do you think?
Wouldn't it be hilarious if she was like
Downer,
the opposite?
Debbie,
Just
downer,
yeah,
rotten, and
she's like, that's
cynical.
not true.
That's awful.
Yeah. That's
so
terrible.
False. Yeah.
I've been in communications with Sophie about possibly taping one with Rebecca. We'll have to see how that turns out. But
maybe not so much vulgarity. I'm very sensitive.
Oh, did that one upset you? I mean, it did get a little blue at times. Certainly.
I'm a prude now. I have an Amish daughter at home.
No, this
you
is
saw
another
Tabitha.
thing. You don't want to share, and you're a prude now.
I am a fucking prude. I've just discovered. Okay.
You've discovered your inner prude?
I mean,
you're a fully expressed prude now. Is this what we're talking about?
Not really, but
we've gone on different journeys in the last year and a half.
So yeah, we certainly have. Diametrically opposed journeys. Well, I'm also. This is going to be a shock, not to the listeners, not to Craig, who can see me right now.
Sure.
I'm a fat prude. I've gained so much weight.
How much weight would you say,
honey? You can't handle all this chunk. No, I've gained. No, for real.
Yeah,
I've gained 20 pounds.
What?
Yeah.
Are you sure it's 20 pounds?
No,
I didn't think so. I thought I would be able to clock that.
It's at least 15.
Okay, well, that's not wildly different than 20, but
weight fluctuates.
Yeah,
but
that's true.
I was quite thin because not eating and not working out. Mary, I'm on a mission. There's going to be no space between my earlobes and my shoulders.
Oh yeah, you want to get rid of that neck. You just want to stump.
Yeah, no neck. No, but I'm fat. I'm a great big fat person now.
Yeah, that's why we're not taking any photos to promote this, because you're in a transitional phase.
I'm in a transitional phase, and I'm very concerned about all these big, beautiful, delicious, rubbery rolls that are all over my body right now. You can't handle these rolls.
Well, that's what you're focusing on now.
Well, I am. I have a goal. I have a goal weight, target weight. I have a diet, but it's the other thing. It's like an inverted diet.
Oh, okay.
I'm eating the house down.
You just go to the trainer and sit there and go, I'm not doing that.
I'm not doing that. You want to shovel that food in my mouth? I'm game. Otherwise, eat shit. But I'm still paying you your fee. Yeah.
That's right. Are you a feeder? No? Fuck off.
Yeah. You ain't got no food? Bye.
I'm wasting my time.
Yeah. I am eating the house down.
Yeah. Are you adding anything to the meal roster, or are you just doing the chicken, the Indian restaurant, and the Chinese food?
Oh, no. We've branched out.
Really?
Except it's all just the same thing at a different restaurant.
Oh.
Waba Grill.
I've not heard of. I've not been there. I've heard of it. Yeah,
it's fabulous.
Yeah, what do you get there?
Fabulous. I get a steak. I get chicken. I get rice. I get vegetables. I get.
Is this all at the same time? Oh dear.
Oh yeah. It comes in heavy.
Oh yeah.
When I pick up the tray, that tray better be heavy because it's going right on this body.
Because you're coming in hot.
Yeah, and I'm staying fat. But hold on. You got to take a picture of this. You got
okay,
your phone?
Yeah. Well, let me get my phone,
because this is some photographic evidence, Marys and gentlemen. Marys and gentlemen.
You know, Marys and Gentlemen would be a good alternate tag for the Twitter and the Instagram, but it's now going to be Craig and Friends.
So
as soon as we post this episode, it would be Craig and Friends.
What are you looking for, ho?
I'm looking for my phone. I guess I'll take it with yours.
Yeah, I got mine.
Yeah. That's right. Your phone has a camera
and a rotary phone.
Oh dear. Well, let me do one without the flash, because the flash ruins the sexy lighting in here.
Well, I don't care about sexy. I want all the facts to show.
So,
Oh yeah, Mama, sweetie, honey, toots. Hey toots.
hey, Toots. Listen, Marys and gentlemen.
Now it does not look how full that face is,
You know, yeah.
and look how big that belly is.
Look, you're very healthy looking.
Patrice, hello. Look, 20.
20
it's
pounds.
Almost 20 pounds.
Okay, so
In about a month.
wow. So your ultimate goal is to have no real neck.
No neck.
Yeah, and
moment.
go up how many sizes?
Mo neck, mo problems.
Ain't that the truth? That's what Mama always used to say.
My slogan for president is, no. You see neck? What the heck?
Listen,
You
I
see
think
my Johnny Cochran is, you see that neck? You say, what the heck?
that's your stump speech. That's the whole thing.
yeah.
That's the whole thing. And
I ain't got no neck every day. We're going to have no neck. There's too much space taking up that.
what kind of president has no neck?
You can shoot 2 bullets inside of my head. You're going to hit me in the neck. There ain't no neck. I understand of a motherfucker.
So you could do like carnival stunts on the campaign trail. Like, look at that. Didn't even make a dent. Because that's no neck.
Impenetrable neck. I have a giant mass of questionable tissue.
Yeah, questionable tissue.
It's like an airport. It's an airport pillow made out of skin.
That's great. Now, Dixie Carter is going to help you on the campaign trail as well, right?
Absolutely, she is. She said, "This is the night the lights went out in Georgia."
Watch our show, on
Yeah.
Riceland.
Yeah, on Riceland with Dixie and Katya. All laughs, no necks. Although she's got a long, luscious, lovely
Well,
neck.
she does. So you're just going to focus on the
It's-
necks, and then you're going to cut out all the jokes, leave the laughing in.
There you go. Well, you just gave away the whole season, but hey.
Well, I'm sorry, but I mean, it'll be
No
convenient for
spoilers.
chopping it up for use on TikTok and all those other apps.
Oh, yes, of course it will.
Yeah, certainly. So,
Sorry.
it's okay. You can do
The
it.
fat is it's just
Oh,
it's,
is that what it is? Is
well
that-
yeah, my respiratory system is strained from all the new weight, so I'm just trying to nothing to do with the smoking.
No, the
No.
smoking.
Mary-
Speaking of which,
Mary Dugan.
I saw there was a nicotine test at the pharmacy, and I thought maybe we could see who could score higher.
Oh,
on
I
that.
love that
I know. I
idea.
should have bought it, but then I thought, I was taking your approach to the podcast for a moment.
Yeah. I was like, I could do it, but no. What would you do if I dropped dead right here for being so overweight?
Well, part of me would go, what a great angle to promote this episode.
I know.
Okay, look, I'm just being honest with you.
Oh, I know. That would be the ultimate juicy live, dead. Like, he drops dead live on the table.
I'm stopping participating with
Yeah,
Craig, but
because
Ooh!
yeah, dead. Post a picture of the dead body.
and me crying over it. Yeah. It'd be like that picture of RFK and his wife going, oh, you know.
What, Ronaldo Friedman
Ronaldo
Kennedy?
Ronaldo Contreras.
Ronaldo Friedman Kennedy, right? Yeah.
Of course.
The
that's right.
Mexican. Yeah, there was a Mexican section in Camelot,
Yeah,
wasn't
that's
there?
Ronaldo Friedman Kennedy. Yeah,
Oh
the
my
world famous.
God, speaking
that's
of
just,
Ronaldo.
Javier Friedman Kennedy.
I can't believe he was bashed with a piñata on the grassy knoll. And what was that, Guadalajara? Yeah.
Yes, indeed. Yes, it was.
See, listen, y'all need to learn something about Mexican history. American history, sorry.
It is Mexican history.
Mexican-American
and that's
history,
what you don't
yeah.
know.
Yeah.
You thought they were Irish, but that's just because they could mask it. Look at Louis C.K. Everyone thinks he's Irish. He's Mexican.
No, but there was something else I want to talk about besides the cancellations of RuPaul. at
And
my
your
behest.
self-cancellation
Oh, right.
on
my
your participation on the
self-immolation.
show.
Yeah,
sure.
Because once I get fat enough to be a Buddhist monk, I'm lighting myself on fire. Yeah, yes I am. Oh, yes I am. No, but
Can I
have-
cover that for the podcast? Because I'm going to be putting a lot more video up on the Patreon
You
page.
sure can.
And just to let people know, too, the Patreon page, it's going to be going strong, just like the show.
movie clubs featuring special, incredible, dazzling Hollywood guests,
Absolutely.
such as
Alaska Thunder Funds, Willem, let's say Peaches Christ,
Peaches Christ.
and Jessica Harper is going to be returning for Shock Treatment Movie Club.
Why can't she do Suspiria? Because you haven't seen it, you fucking motherfucking wood chip sucking piece of shit, rug toting, stealing ass motherfucking horrible man.
Now, if I can get her for the other Suspiria, would you come back for that one?
I won't, but but another person said the other day, I forget, but they were like,
You forget what they said, or you forget who it was?
both. Let's move on.
That's fine with me.
No, but they said like, why so brown about the new Suspiria?
Oh, yes, that's right.
And
I heard you mention that.
why
I
so
think
brown?
Yeah.
and because as you know, and I learned when the original Suspiria is so saturated with dazzling, vivid, incredible color.
Insane color.
Insane, hallucinatory color. Like psychedelic.
Yeah, absolutely.
Psychedelic. And then this thing is like is a petrified turd wrapped in cheesecloth, filmed in black and white. It's like, Mary, why are all these, what is it with all the earth tones? It's not even sepia. It's like raw umber and like in grayish goo.
Well, I'm looking forward to seeing it now because of that. You know, to be honest with you, I almost watched it this morning, but then some other matters came up that I had to attend to because I really wanted
Yanking
to
the crank, pulling on taffy.
I was doing business things. Thank you.
Oh, thank you. Yes, of
thank
course.
you. Thank
Yes,
you
of
very
course.
much.
Yes,
Thank
of
you.
course,
Certainly.
darling.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh,
Well,
thank you.
Downton Abbey.
Right, certainly. Yes, down in the
Fish and chips.
the constable. Yeah. So I was going to watch it this morning. Did not. So I figure that when you come back to promote your book with Dixie Carter, that I maybe will have watched Suspiria by then.
And if not, I will walk right in and I will storm right out.
Okay, well, it'll be a brief episode, but a
And I
remarkable
will use
one.
your bathroom.
Oh, you'll
I'll
finally...
finally take a turd in there. And the turd will be grayish brown.
through cheesecloth.
Yeah, and I say, haven't seen the movie? I take a look at that toilet.
So what you'll do is you'll sort of make the cheesecloth
Cheesecloth.
like cheesecloth.
Check the turd on the cheesecloth, Barney.
I'm punching this
It's
cheesecloth.
time to go.
I'm punching this cheesecloth and getting the fuck out of here. So you're gonna stretch the cheesecloth over the toilet, put the seat down, and then take the turd in the little nest, right?
And I'm going to piss in the upper deck. I'm going to piss in the tank.
Well, that's much safer.
I'm going to
doing
save
it.
up 3 days of piss. Oh, did you know it's No Piss November? How are you doing?
Oh, I've already broken the rule. I didn't realize.
Amateur.
I'm sorry. Maybe next year.
No Nut November? Mama, how about No Nut 2019? No Piss
Yeah, because
November.
let's get into this prudy thing.
I am a prude.
Yeah.
Well, I was sitting...
Newborn prude.
I was sitting... Oh, fabulous. I was sitting at a table with some friends, new friends, and... Yeah, I've been making new friends.
That's
It's great in Los Angeles because I'm here a lot now, and I like. No, really.
I know.
Why are you laughing?
Because it was very funny.
So, and I've got
You
all
live
these.
in Los Angeles, is what? Yeah.
I know, but I've never.
I know.
wasn't here
You're on
most of the
tour,
year.
you're
Oh my God, I don't want to fight. I don't want to fight.
International entertaintress.
Yeah.
I know. We're going to fight on this fucking episode. Great. Once again, Katya. Once again.
And all these gay, faggy gay guys, and and they're. A lot of them were, they're attractive men because I have this one friend who, all his friends are so handsome, and so I'm sitting at this beautiful table of gorgeous people.
Yeah.
And they all look
Gorgeous,
but normal, like in the sense that they don't have any shit in their face or like neck tattoos or anything like that.
I see. Okay, and that's a downer for you.
Well, no. The surprising thing was that they all had the furniture up their ass.
Okay, so after a little bit of conversing, you discovered.
I discovered that, like, okay, so say person A,
Yeah.
was like, I don't know, fucked 150 times in a sling in some German darkroom, or you know what I mean, something to that effect,
stuff like that,
or person B had his hand up the ass of person C up to like the bicep.
Oof, that's a
stuff like that.
long
interrogative.
Procedure.
Certainly. Exploratory procedure, elective procedure. Thank you very much.
Thank you. No, thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
So and X, Y, and Z, clapping, whatever, stuff like
both hands inside,
sucking on a prolapse. That's just things like things of this nature.
Yeah.
Sexual things of a sexual nature.
Oh, sexual things of a sexual nature.
Yes.
Okay.
And sexual things of a graphic and
explicit
and extreme nature.
Yes.
This
okay.
comes when you go into the video store. This is under the extreme section.
Okay. Sure.
Kinky, extreme stuff.
Sure.
Like that picture of Goth Charlotte with 17 dicks in her asshole that you sent me the other day, and I was in the bathroom.
I was so excited.
There were 17 dicks. I counted 17 human penises inside her asshole.
Yeah, just in the
32
asshole.
dicks in her vagina.
Now that was the amazing thing. Now there
was
was
148 dicks in her body at that point, just in the back end. How many was she holding, and how many were in her mouth? This is not slut shaming.
No.
Shaming.
You're just curious about quantity.
Marveling.
You were marveling.
Thank you.
And the good thing is, I think I'll be able to ask her that when she's coming on.
There you
Musically
go.
Volatile.
As if you need another reason to stay tuned in, folks.
That's
Here
right.
we go.
Goth Charlotte's going to answer the
412
question.
dicks in her body at one time. How did she do it? Science doesn't know. Tune in to find out.
That's right. We're going to find out. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm going to find out.
Stop trying to drag me into this.
Trying to trick you into participation. Yeah.
Everybody gets a participation trophy in this day and age. Not me.
No, not you. You refuse it. You're going to do everything you can to not get that.
I'm finishing last place and I'll have no recognition.
And I'm going home before it's over.
Yeah, before it starts. I'm not going to show up.
You're not going to leave home. You can get Wabba Baba Grill delivered.
I'm going to pull on taffy and watch my shows.
I got my chicken. I got my taffy. I got my weight gain objective.
Oh my God. I cannot wait to weigh 195 pounds. Y'all ain't ready. Y'all ain't ready for a big girl to win. You really aren't. You really aren't ready for a big girl to win. Y'all hating. I see you over there hating, twisted up on that couch, hating.
So this is your goal weight, the 195?
Yeah. I can't break 200 because
why not?
Well, because I mean
liver problems,
family issues. No, because of the drag.
Oh, you see, this is what I was thinking when you were talking about that before, but I chose to keep it to myself, like you will be with all of your words after this episode.
The reclusive chanteuse.
Yes.
Because if I gain that much weight, I'll just look like a husk.
A
Hulk.
Oh, a Hulk. Okay.
Hulk in drag. Like Varla Jean Merman.
Oh, okay.
Like do you know Varla
she's
Jean
large
Merman?
and in charge.
She is a bodybuilder.
That's right.
She is
jacked
and not small, like not short. She's quite tall, I think. I'm pretty sure. Yeah. And she's jacked, like Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Sure. Okay. Right.
Yeah. And she wears baby doll dresses.
Oh, right.
It's
okay.
wild.
You know, she's playing with Devin this weekend.
She is so funny.
So funny.
So funny. If anybody's in P-Town, you better be going to see Varla Jean Merman. She is hysterical. She did a Stars board.
Oh, I've heard about that.
Oh, I wish I could have seen it.
Same here. And although she's not in P-Town this week, right?
I don't know. Oh God, we're entering into the twilight zone in P-Town.
Yeah, because it's 30 degrees in Massachusetts right now.
And anybody left in P-Town is a junkie and a drunk.
They do some great shows, though. On the street.
Oh, yeah. You see them.
Yeah. You don't have to pay for these shows. It's the other thing. So if you're going to take a trip, do you smell something?
I do. What is the scent of that candle? It's bringing me back somewhere.
Bergamot blossom. I want to waft it in front of your face here.
Yeah.
It's quite nice. It's my candle aroma of choice.
Do you know what that's bringing me back to? Sucking the weenie of my straight friend when I was goth, when I was 16 years old.
Really?
Yeah.
I have a bunch of these. You want to take one home with you?
Yes, I do.
You got it. That's your parting
The first weenie I ever sucked on, I had braces.
Now, how does that work when you have braces? You just have
Not
to be
well.
a little more...
not smooth.
No.
He was straight and he was very open.
Yeah.
He is a wonderful man.
Yes.
Sorry to this man.
Why are you sorry? Because of the braces?
Yeah.
Little scarring?
Yeah, maybe. It also bent a little bit forward, which I thought was tantalizing.
It was the first one that you had your mouth on, though, so...
Retroactively considered it tantalizing.
I see. Okay.
I look back and I'm tantalized.
Yeah. Look back in lust.
He was... Not to change the subject, but I'll just comment on this very briefly.
We never change the subject rapidly, so this would be, I guess, in your new phase of getting rid of things.
This is why I gotta go. I can't be trusted to stay on topic. I gotta go.
Things have changed.
I gotta go. Oh my God, it's too funny.
Yeah, I used to be able to stay on one line the whole time. But anyway, go ahead.
The whole time, just to drive a very clear and deliberate train of logic from its beginning to a middle to a resolution and a conclusion.
Exactly, right.
What the hell?
I don't know what's happening.
I love apricots.
Juicy fruit is the superior chewing gum.
Yeah, don't you? Where are all those wood chips coming from? There's my report card coming in the mail. Yeah. Oh God.
Is it Tuesday?
It feels like a Thursday.
So back to what you were sort of saying.
I was in love with that man at 16 years old. I'm trying to think because I was saying I would bring that up because my friend Andrew and I had. Oh my God!
He was in love at such a tender age as a goth.
But there was a wrench in the system.
The penis was bent.
And very discolored.
But you didn't pay rent.
But it was dark. It was very dark. And that bent, crooked, discolored penis was the only thing I knew to cling to life and survival.
But there was metal on my teeth, see?
There are lots of twisted, jagged, metally spikes jamming into that discolored, weird bent penis.
But he didn't know better.
He was goth. He loved the blood.
Oh, I think that's all we have of that.
Okay,
Oh, yeah.
fine. But no, we crafted a Dreamman.
Oh, okay. Now, what was the
No,
dream?
I will not.
You won't reveal?
I shan't discuss.
Okay.
Because
you
that
can't even tell me, and then I'll cut it out just like the Lady Bunny joke?
Oh, because it's like it'll take an hour and a half to
Oh,
describe.
okay.
But long story short, he's got a name, Diego. Flexible on the name, of course.
Sure. So Diego the Dream Man.
Diego the Dreamman, DDM. And I feel like we went into it was a 33-minute conversation while I was in an Uber, and we went into such vivid detail about even the minutia of his life, work, hobbies, etc.
Sure.
That I feel like I'm just gonna bump into him. I'm gonna spill some coffee on him at a bookstore. Yes, I am. Wait. Can I read an excerpt?
Absolutely.
From the book?
Please.
Okay,
That'd be fabulous.
very quick.
This is the one with Dixie Carter.
Dixie Carter, yes, God. Okay, so
You're going to read an excerpt.
I want to read an excerpt from the first draft of the book that me and Tracy wrote. And I love it.
Yeah.
I really do.
I'm very excited about it. When's it coming out? Do you have the due date?
May 5th, Cinco de Mayo.
Oh, that's perfect.
Cinco de Mayo.
That's perfect. So
Final offer. Yeah, it's
wonderful.
definitely going to happen.
So you'll be coming back to the show with Miss Mardell
Miss Mardell.
to argue over who wrote what.
That's right. Well, it says right there in the thing, which is fun. Okay, here we go. And it's what?
That's it? That's the whole thing? I mean,
That's it.
Is that just one page, or is that...
I'm happy.
How does that spell?
Oh, here we go. Okay. So I wrote a chapter on, my chapters are, I wrote a chapter on hair.
Oh.
Because I don't know how to do it. And then personal hygiene.
Ah.
And then I wrote a chapter on self-love and self-care called autoerotic appreciation.
Ooh,
Isn't that fun?
it's quite nice,
Thank
yeah.
you. So, hold on, wait. Okay.
Exclusive.
This is an exclusive. So I go through different types of hairstyles.
Sure.
This is called the natural look.
The Natural
Okay.
Look by Katya Zamalojikova from the forthcoming volume.
So, I once lived with a 50-year-old woman named Maggie who covered her large driveway with oriental rugs. They were in various states of decomposition, stained and tattered by the New England weather, and of course, tread upon daily by her minivan. When I asked her about the rugs, she just gave me a confused look and changed the subject, choosing instead to direct my attention toward the large bramble she had built in her garden. I looked over at the enormous pile of sticks, branches, twigs, and other foresty detritus and thought, she paid someone to do this, and wondered why. She explained that it provided a safe little ground-level hangout for local birds, where they could let their guard down, come chill and squawk, and not to have to worry about predators. She was also such an area herself, it seemed, as a flightless pet parakeet often perched on her shoulder. The bird would prune her eyebrows and scream at anyone who approached it. It also always left a steady trail of bird shit cascading down her blouse like a string of antique pearls that grew in size throughout the day. I thought, this woman is kind of disgusting, but more importantly, totally chic. And she inspires me to this day in all areas of my life. So, if you're looking to take that messy bun and boyfriend jeans look to the next level, consider upgrading your unkempt rat's nest of a hair don't into a bohemian bramble hairdo. It might not be the most practical hairstyle or really very flattering, and it's certainly wildly inappropriate in most scenarios, but what better feminist rule breaker is there to model your style after than Mother Nature herself? So go ahead and give those long-suffering birds of prey in your neighborhood some much-needed shelter. On your head. There's a really fun, we had the most amazing photo shoot.
Yeah.
And there's a whole, Fina built a whole like bramble rat's nest bird box, hairdo.
Sure.
And it's just fabulous Friday.
Fabulous. And that was, as we said, an exclusive. Exclusive. Yeah.
Metro.co.uk exclusive gay tea on RuPaul hating author Katya.
So that's very exciting. I'm looking forward to that. And since we're wrapping up, any words? Do you have any words on your experience on the show?
Yes, it was horrible. It was an interminable slog of unending pain and tragedy, from which I am only now tasting the first drops of freedom, sweet freedom from its claws that have battered and bruised my torn flesh for a year and a half and some change, even though most of this year I wasn't on it. But nevertheless, I shall hold Craig in a locket of fondness strapped around my neck, pulling me towards the center of gravity, towards the center of the earth, the heart's center of love, deception, and peace radiating throughout my swollen labia, all throughout the day, each day, tomorrow, yesterday, and before, not long after, and besides, in toward which I say goodbye.
Oh, and you passed away right there, too.
And he's dead.
Yeah. Well, again, it's been
No
so...
more. Wait.
Oh, yeah.
No more pain. This is No More Drama. You don't know No More Drama?
I do.
Okay.
But it's sort of not
This
as
is
well as
good.
this, yeah.
This is not goodbye.
Touch my
It's
clammy hand.
farewell.
Yes, indeed.
It's not so long. It's see you never.
Ever again.
Well, thank you, Miss McNeil.
Oh.
Well, for the listeners at home,
Yes.
we're still going to be having lunch, but you can't come to that.
No, that lovely lunch series, that's a private gig.
That's a private gig. But I do want to say shout out to Rachel Jordy Zamo.
Yes.
Shout out to Stina Albertson.
Yes.
And shout out to the Muffin Man.
Of course, you got to mention the Muffin Man.
Without which none of this would have been possible.
Certainly not.
That's themuffinman@gmail.com. Send him a letter. Say hello. Hi.
Yeah, check out his goods.
Yeah.
Well, it's been wonderful working with you. Yes. I've had such delightful times on the
Delightful
couch.
times.
Tea and Coca-Cola go together like the sands of
Sacred
time.
memories.
Beautiful thoughts you can cast your mind back on.
And chaste feelings.
And shared things. And thank you for sharing all the things that you've shared with all of us, because a lot of people have gotten a lot of things from that.
Yes.
I have as well, and it's a wonderful forum for me to continue, for you to exit. But it's been a very special thing, and it's always going to be very, very...
Precious moments.
That's right, a very precious moment. So I trailed off there because I'm not verklempt.
No.
I just ran out of words.
I'm just bored. I'm not emotional. I'm bored.
just bored. Yeah. So,
Well, thank you.
well, thank you. And
As Lady Bunny would say, thank you.
now, any song that you'd like to close out with, since this will be your last episode for a while?
Yes, there is.
Ooh, what's that?
Well, I was going to do a cheesy Russian song called Goodbye Love, but that's too on the nose.
Okay.
I want to end with a bop.
Okay, fabulous. Yeah.
So can you find this song? It's Vitas, Vitas, and it's called Seventh Element. This is a barn burner. That's the one right there.
This
the
one?
top one. Yeah.
Okay.
I think this is the live version, but it doesn't matter because it's so damn good.